Yeah, so I'm going to fill in as moderator tonight, and I wanted to say thank you all for coming and joining us on a chilly evening. I hope you enjoyed the vault tour. ECG's been in the space for a minute, but the vault is new, a new part of the experience, and we're trying to contextualize, what this all is, because the first thing people say when they come here very often is, what is this? And Adam has created kind of a new asset class, a new thing in the jewelry world, in the collectible world. And at the center of that is Marvel. And Chris, we were talking a little bit earlier tonight about his origin story, and at the center of that is also Marvel. What drew you to the franchise that is Marvel?
The original stories that these are all based on, I know them very, very well. And now I'm a gem guy. So it's like the perfect mix of these two things coming together. So I've just been having so much fun with this program that Adam's put together. I don't want to forget Pace, obviously. They're a team here. Yes. But it's really been great. And it was a unique combination when we first spoke about it. Kind of ironic. I mentioned to Adam that I'm amazed that nobody had thought of this before. Because even me as a comic book guy, and a gem guy, I didn't think of putting these two things together. He brought me into this project, and it's been a lot of fun doing this. And it kind of comes from the fact that as a young kid, I was a comic book guy. So I loved comics. I was reading comics all the time. I've got a few thousand comics.
It gets to the core of why Chris is so passionate about it as well. There's very few, or probably none, other franchises that speak so directly to the passion of gems. The Infinity Stones are the bedrock of all the films, and certainly from the comic books. Chris will tell you which comics and how many of them speak directly to the Infinity Stones. Through a stylist or somebody I was working with to do these kinds of things, they asked us to borrow a necklace for a premiere. One of the big executives at Marvel. And, I gave them a very large yellow diamond necklace, a suite of canary diamonds. It was really beautiful. And they were so, grateful that they said, Adam, you know what, come pick up the necklace in my office. And when you come here, maybe I can introduce you to some people, or I can kind of try to help you in your business. And that was great. I showed up to the office, picked up the necklace. So I went on the desk was the Infinity Gauntlet, the toy. And I kind of just said to her, jokingly, how does Marvel not have a real one? And we both had, you'd have an aha moment. She's like, I can't believe no one's ever thought of this before. And I'm like, well, if not, should we do it? And it was kind of obvious that it needed to be done. And I very confidentially went down to my friend at the AGL to have them certified, but I did it extremely secretively. I didn't want to tell anybody about this. Certainly didn't want to mention it in trade. Until I had a deal done with Marvel. So I go down, I take these 6 random gemstones, it was 6 colored gems, and I put them in packets that had no identification. I brought them down to the AGL, brought them down to Chris's office, and I put them on his table, and I start opening my mouth to say, I really wanted to have them certed and with specific names. And before I said anything, he looks at the table and goes, are you making a set of Infinity Stones? And then that's kind of how the trajectory went from there.